There are two paths on your way to Orvatheas. I would not go to Midpoint.
Why should we, the Golden City, be the only ones that reap the rewards of such a fabulous event? We will be traveling to the wonderful city of Orvatheas. But you have to get out of the city and the harbor first.
I have to say, I haven't seen someone from Viloma in quite some time.
Oh my god!
I know your people are Stygian and their magics. You could always accept the light of Thespis. All you have to do then is shake my hand and say,
I accept the light of Thespis and the spotlight it comes with.
As you pull your hand away, it too glows.
Alikama,
I will be in your corner. You hear a voice, and it feels familiar. It's that man. The reason you had to leave the ship you were on. But the face doesn't match the man that you used to know.
is that Driftwood?
Oh my god.
I'm gonna disappear.
Oh, come on! Driftwood! You're part of that little pickup team, aren't you?
And you realize that you're
Oh.
staring at one of the Phoenix Court.
What's your name?
Healeth, Miss.
You can call me Helen. I think it's teams like you that are going to make this competition so much fun.
And she moves to the front of the group. She grabs the invitations and then snatches the bag.
You think I should burn it, Healeth? Would that be fun?
Miss Helen, I don't think that would be fun for others.
Don't you have a wish, Healeth? Something you want? Let me ask you this. Are you serious about winning?
More than anything, I want to win.
Then we let them lose.
And then she incinerates the bag of invitations. I'm sure we'll see you, Healeth. He gestures over to a rather large boat. There was just a card that said, "From your benefactor."
Hello, Free Agent Team B. It is your benefactor. Like all things in the Golden City, our deal is transactional, nothing more. Throughout this tournament, I will ask you to do things. If they get done, you'll be handsomely rewarded. I do not care how my requests get done. I only care that they are done.
I knew it was you! Driftwood! Oh. Who is she? Fishy, fishy.
He reaches to the top of his armor plate that has these 5 main spikes. Each one's got a skull mounted to it. And he reaches up to one of them and starts petting a Narendari skull. You would know this individual as Brelix.
Brelix, what happened to you?
Driftwood! You remember.
I go by Archangel. It's just a name that stuck. If I win and I get the wish, I'm going to fix this city. I'm going to remove that queen from power. All right, Thala, it's all you. Do you head to Midpoint or to New Ambervale?
For sake of time, the best thing to do, I guess, would be to go to Midpoint, but I don't like it.
Welcome to Cinematic Epic. I'm your game master, Adam, and we're going to have a whole lot of fun this session. But first off, you have to appreciate Cinematic Epic for what it is, and that is a TTRPG that his story is told in three primary ways. First off, the story that I bring to life with the narrative, the NPCs, and the general framework of things. Secondly, by the players' interactions, how they choose to go. Do they go through one door, do they go through another, or do they try to invent new ways? And then the thirdly, of course, is the story that the dice tells. All of the 20s, and even better, all of the ones. There is one last rule to Cinematic Epic, and that is you are always welcome to try. So thinking out of the box and trying to find new ways to do things is a great way to play. One of the other things that helps broaden our horizons is tabletop audio. Tabletop audio is just a fantastic resource to be able to use for all of your different sounds and musics and creative arts to help bring your games to life, whether you are playing at home, at a table, or online in the digital realm like us. But to truly tell this story, we need some players. And those players are none other than this beautiful cast of people.
Beautiful people.
Hello, hello.
Hey.
But it's not enough just to have these
Terrible.
beautiful people. We have to have some at least decent looking characters. And let's meet our first one. Thala.
Decent looking, I guess. Look, I'm cute. Anyway, my name's Alicia. I am playing Thala. She is a Neridari adventurer gallivanter, which is interesting. She stands at 6 feet tall from Lunar Port. She has blue-green skin covered in hardened scales with webbed hands and feet. The way the tournament is started, she's not really sure which way it's going to go. I just know that right now she's not feeling too hot about not listening to the one person outside of the team who was nice to her. His advice, but we'll see if it was a good choice or a bad choice.
It's okay, fishy.
No,
I think you
not
did
him.
fine. Thank you.
Not him. Not him.
Next up, we have none other than Mina.
Hello, I'm Miru, and I'm playing Mina. She's an Entkin from the Isle of Mistkeep, but has recently been sailing the high seas as a pirate. She's 6'4", with deep emerald green eyes and bark-like skin, patterned with intricate engravings. And right now in the tournament, she's not feeling that great either, because she's not happy about seeing her old friend Brelix, and is a little bit nervous about going to Midpoint, but we'll see what happens.
But Brelix is happy to see Driftwood.
We do have another fantastic character that I will say the first few times I said the name, I kept saying the R. It was throwing me for a loop, but that is none other than Healith. How we doing?
Hey, I'm Ian. I'm going to be playing Healith tonight. Healith is a human guardian Cerberus from the city of Norlock, or from the county of Norlock. He's got a lanky build. He's about 6 foot tall, 6'3". My apologies, with a lanky build, brown hair with red streaks, and green eyes. He's a little confused. You know, very powerful people somehow remembered his name and decided to hold hands with him. So he's kind of like, all right, well, here we go. Time for some fun.
You know what they say: keep your friends close and your phoenix court closer. You know?
Do they now?
And last but certainly not least, we have Akama.
Yeah, I'm James, and tonight I'm playing Akama. He is a Stygian pioneer of the Harbinger class from Veloma. He's 5'8" with bright green eyes, and he has his markings reminiscent of tattoos that run from his right hand up to his face, and he wears a half face mask. I'm personally I'm anxious about this Light of Thespis stuff going on, but Akama he's happy to get any boost he can to try to help him on his quest, and he's anxious to see what challenges lie ahead, and he's just trying to do whatever he can to get an edge to help in the challenges that are coming.
He doesn't know any better.
I have to say, I'm more than excited to see someone from Veloma compete. It's going to be fun to see all of these characters continue to interact with their good friends who want nothing but their success and well-being. But before we can get too far into the session, we do need to do a little bit of a preamble, and we are going to check in with our gold, with our tokens, as a reminder to those of you watching and our players to make sure that they wield their characters to the best and the highest that they can.
Okay, I was right. I guess these amounts. I was right.
I was going to say, I will say, though, I think this might be a record high amount of gold for an Ian character. Just like throughout the past campaigns, Ian has played notably poor characters.
It's nice to have some money for once, to not feel like the brokest bitch of the group.
James starts out with money and then just throws it away.
Not this time. I started out from the bottom of the barrel. I got it out the mud. That's all I'm saying. I got it out the mud this time. All right.
But without further ado, let's hop into. Gotcha. So, as the party separates their boat from the rest of the ships that are heading to Ambervale, and they set their way towards Midpoint. For a second, there's some nerves. Almost immediately, the waters feel colder as the boat diverges from the flock, if you will. As the party begins to kind of shuffle downstairs to get out of the way of the crew, all of a sudden a bloom of color in the distance. As you look back over to the fleet of ships sailing towards Ambervale, above them fly the Phoenix Corps. Flames arc down onto vehicles. Entire boats are obliterated. Just like that.
God damn.
Hey, good job, Captain.
What boats they spare seem random. Seem just be like a force of nature. You have to imagine that at least 12 boats, if not more, were destroyed in the blink of an eye, before what can only be described as the Phoenix Court moving on due to boredom. As the party continues their way towards Midpoint, some of you go to drink or eat. Some of you, take your time. Each of you at one point or another, though, finds a little bit of time to put aside for some needed rest. Thala, you hold out for a while. It's not until you see the night sky really start to set in that you think to yourself, all right, there's nothing else I can do for the day. I need to go get some sleep. So you go down to the room, and when you first get in there, you're the only one there. You set a little timing candle to help keep track of the time as you sleep. It's safe in a small jar, rooted to a hard point in the room, so it can't slide as the boat rocks. And you take your rest. As you sleep, or as you begin to fall asleep, you think to yourself about the things that you're fighting for. The people, the faces you remember, a reason to keep going. And the sense that, you might be able to do this. You didn't have this boat. You didn't know these other heroes before yesterday. So, maybe there's a real chance. But as you sleep, you see yourself. What are you guys doing? Come on. If we're going to have a chance, we have to fight together. We can't be so separate. I know you don't want to call me your leader, but you have to. You see the backs of the party's heads listening to you as you speak. Come on. We have to do this as a team, together. Otherwise, we're going to lose. And as this viewpoint shifts to your own vision, you would imagine, you see what you're looking at. It's the party. But they're not alive. You're speaking to the corpses of Mina, of Akama, of Healith. You realize as you watch yourself talk again, these fangs are in your mouth as you speak. Only now you realize you're not looking at your own eyes. You're not alive either. Like a puppet, Brelix is holding your head.
Come on. Together we can win. Come on, with friendship.
And he slides his hand out from your skull as it hits the deck hard.
Fishy. No more play. Bored.
As it starts to settle back, almost as if you're trying to run away in this dream from yourself on the floor at Brelix's feet with the party around you. But every time you run, you just seem to be getting closer and closer and closer to Brelix as he just watches and smiles.
Fishy. Come and play.
You wake up in the room in a panic. If you could sweat, you know it would be pouring off of you. As you come to your senses, you wipe your face and you look out the port. It's still night. You look to the candle. It's clearly been burning for 5, maybe 6 hours. It should be at least starting to show the signs of the next sun.
This is so dark here.
As you kind of stagger your way out from the bedroom, the party is in the kind of the inn of the boat. The tables, drinks, food. But each of you hears this chilling noise. It seems to vibrate through the hull, though it sounds like it's coming from like the top, from outside. But you hear this. And then Andrew pops his head down the stairs. Captain. I mean, not Captain. Mina. You should come see this.
Yeah, we should.
As Mina makes her way to the top deck, does the rest of the party follow?
Yeah.
Elif would go.
I probably should, because I'm over here like, it shouldn't be this dark right now. What's going on?
As you make it to the top deck, you see these almost whale-like creatures around the vessel. And each time they sing their song, it's vibrating, piercing, numbing. And you can see ever so faintly that the sun is out. But it feels like in the wake of these gentle giants, it is perpetual night. One of the boat hands comes up. I haven't seen these creatures before, but I have heard story. Where they migrate, night follows. Treacherous to ships and trading lanes. Beautiful in a sense, I guess. It's slowing our progress down to Midpoint, but we should be able to make it there within the next day or so. As the journey to Midpoint continues.
Yikes.
About a day and a half later, the party honestly starting to get bored on the boat. And there hasn't been a thing to do. You wake up, you stay out of the crew's way, you eat, and you continue onwards. But finally, the sounds of some interaction. You hear bells, you hear some chimes, you hear deckhands signaling which dock to go to. But as you make it to the top of the top deck and you look out, you see a nearly abandoned port. What boats there are, what ships are left, people seem to be trying to clamber onto and get onto quick. Some people even go as far as ships are beginning to leave the dock, they're running and jumping onto the side, holding on. Some manage to sneak their way onto the boats. Others are caught, hit by oars, pushed into the cold sea. They drag themselves back ashore, shivering, cold. Your vessel pulls up into a dock, and finally, for the first time in a while, each of you are able to get your feet onto dry land. Mina, is there anything we should do while you all go ashore?
Andrew, stay here and tend to the ship and try and learn some more from the other deckhands.
Oh,
You have to say it like
okay.
Damn.
Okay, sure. Yeah,
Sorry.
of course.
He's a child.
Yes,
God damn.
but children need to learn. Children need to learn.
God damn. You didn't have to tell him you're stupid. Go learn.
As the party makes their way onto the dock and towards the town of Midpoint, you hear loud footsteps from behind you. As you turn around, there's two things that catch your attention. One, that there's a rather large gentleman on the dock, same as you, that you seem to have not noticed before. And two, that he's coming from the end of a dock that was otherwise empty until your vessel arrived. Well, oh good. More golden city folk. Can't say I'm glad to see any of you.
Well, it
Why?
seems like
He kind of like exhales his pipe smoke like directly into your face as he leans in a bit. Because nothing good comes from that city.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I'm not from the city. I just came from that direction.
He kind of like walks through the party. If you wouldn't like give him space, he will attempt a shoulder check, which we can roll for if anyone would like to.
Man, it's huge.
Yes, he does. You would imagine that he's probably something like 6'6", 6'7", somewhere in that height range.
Yeah.
not even particularly
When you're walking
strong.
like an elephant out there.
If not, he kind of like walks through the group, and as he walks, he turns and goes, "A lot of people come from that direction. Not a lot of people have one of those." And he points to your very clearly, ostentatiously gold ship that you all arrived in, and your crew of very clearly like from the Golden City people.
Mm-hmm. Now,
So
see,
you
I
could
could
say
see how you could, but I am still not from there, so I'm nothing like the people that are from there. That's what I'm trying to say. That's all.
As as you're saying that, like your sentence has to get a little louder and louder towards the end because he doesn't stop walking away from you, and he just kind of leans back over and goes, "You can tell yourself whatever you want, darling," and continues on.
Okay, well. Okay, so there's no winning that guy, but I don't know who that guy was. I hope it wasn't important. Okay.
I want to know why everyone's trying to leave.
As you're approaching, kind of nearing like officially off the dock onto like the actual land of Midpoint, a crewman like comes running down the dock saying, "Please, who am I supposed to address of you?"
I guess that's me. That would be me.
This activated again, and it's the same chest that you all had interacted with before with the mysterious benefactor. And
I guess I'll take it from him.
Opens up the chest, and thusly.
Oh.
Hello, Free Agent Team B. It is your benefactor. You've proven to be such great listeners. I told you to jump, and you didn't even waste time to ask how high. You're doing wonderfully, and I'm happy to offer even more gold for another one of my requests. I've heard that you bucked the trend and decided to go to Midpoint instead of New Ambervale. In fact, I'm pleased to tell you that it's all people seem to be talking about right now. I've never been to the port myself, but I've heard rumors. The same rumors that everyone else has whispered. There's something odd about that port. If you're willing to fetch me concrete proof of what that oddity may be, I am willing to give you 100 gold apiece. That's right, 500 gold between the 5 of you. Or maybe just to one of you. Like I said, I do not care. Just get it done. Speak to you soon.
And at its conclusion, he closes the box and kind of like shuffles it back to himself. And Thala, should the crew stay with the ship, or would you like us to come landbound?
I feel like at least some of you need to stay with the ship because we saw people trying to leave, and I don't want them to try to take our ship.
In that case, I'd have to recommend that we all stay with the ship. It's easier to get a sleep watch rotation with the whole crew.
Okay, just because with the way they were jumping onto the side of the ships, I don't want to risk it.
I'll make sure we double the watch and keep a vigilant eye out.
Okay.
He gives a respectful like pseudo bow nod, and then takes the trunk and runs back to the boat.
I feel like we all would have agreed with this, yes. With the way it was looking, I don't know.
Yeah. I don't think we need them to watch our backs, to be honest.
I need them to watch the ship, and hopefully.
Yeah, exactly.
No, never mind. It'll be fine.
Yeah, don't say it. Whatever it was.
I mean,
As the party
sometimes
continues. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Sometimes it might be nice for them to stretch their legs. I don't know.
You know, I don't disagree with that, but maybe in a place that seems a little bit more friendly. That's all.
Yeah, they can stretch their legs when we get to our destination.
Yeah.
Well,
If we need to make a quick exit from here, it might be better to have a full crew at the ship waiting for us, ready to go.
true. Yeah.
But I don't disagree. I gotcha.
In my mind just now, I feel like my character is like a horrible boss. Just like, they don't need breaks. They don't need the. They're here to work. We paid them to work, and that's it.
I just want to go back, and there's still be. I just want to go back, and there's still be a ship there. That's it. That's all.
Okay. As the party continues into the actual town of Midpoint, you're kind of expecting it to like pick up. Like this is where like the vendors, the stores, the trade would be, and as you get there, it's closed shops, run-down homes, broken windows, boarded up doors. There's really only one store still operational. Or would you like to go to the store?
What's the name of the store?
I guess it's the only game in town.
There doesn't seem to be a sign. There's a place where the sign used to be, but it no longer hangs.
Okay. I mean, because why did we stop to begin with?
I mean, we gotta get some provisions.
So
right?
we have. I mean, I think they had a good amount, but we can stop and see. That's why I was like, why did we stop? Because they made it seem like they had more than enough food.
The two main reasons to stop were, one, to restock the ship, as it couldn't make the journey all the way to Orvatheas without a midpoint, and the other thing was to give everyone a kind of a break to not be at sea, constantly working, things like that, where true rest and a break can be had.
No, stay on the boat and protect it forever.
Look.
I'm right with you. I'm just saying. I don't want them to steal our boat, but it's just funny as hell.
They was jumping on the sides, getting beaten off by oars. What makes you think they wouldn't try to hop on that boat?
Keep these brokies
not to
off
say,
our boat.
Not to say
they can walk on the boat.
Like, not to say that they wouldn't be able to do it, but I mean, you was gonna be mad as shit if we came back and it was with nothing, but waves like shit.
Listen, it's over. I'm crashing out right there.
But anyway, okay. So I think we would go to the store to at least see what's inside. We have to look.
Perfect. As you walk in, there is a lone woman tending the counter, and she's like, "Welcome to the Midpoint Night Market. How can I help you?"
Well, what do you sell at the night market?
It's like all around you. Just look.
All right, so Adam, what the fuck do they sell here?
Yeah, no.
The hell?
Mystery meat.
So everybody can look. Obviously, we're not. It's not just me. I'm not the only one trying to buy food for everybody this time.
It's true. Is there any items that anyone would like more information about, and or is there any items that anyone would like to purchase?
I'm looking.
Oh.
Oh wow. I was reading hammer nails and planks. Like, oh damn.
Oh yeah, we
Keep
need
the
that.
riffraff out.
We need it.
To keep the riffraff out?
Just in case.
Okay.
So is there like anything you're interested in, or like
Let me go ahead and can I look at that that longbow?
Yeah, you're looking at it now.
Damn.
I'm trying to roll my big zero religion on that joint.
He wants more information.
Yeah, I'm trying to identify that joint if I can.
Yeah. Let's we're gonna call, like, from the distance you're at, we're gonna say it is a an 18.
Oh damn.
Ooh,
Yeah.
gosh.
Yeah, I don't think I can really see it from here. Can I? Is it okay if I hold it?
Can you bring it closer?
No. Don't you see the sign? And she points to a sign that, like, you have to, like, kind of lean over and, like, fix, that says, like don't touch the merchandise. Like, it's like an anti-thievery, like, clearly this was a larger issue at one point. But, like, as you set the sign back up and move your hand, your thumbprint is, like, left in the dust on the sign.
Oh.
Well, what if I gave you 40 gold to hold on to while I looked at it?
Yeah, that's called buying it. You can buy it for 40 gold.
Damn. Oh, just let me look at it, please. Okay. Nah, it's not worth all the hassle unless someone got some kind of telescope. I don't have a. Yeah, no, I don't know. Y'all got anything? Y'all got some any
Can I buy the the potion battle scars?
Oh.
These battle scars.
Yeah, that's fine.
Don't look like that.
There you go. And she gives you the potion and accepts your 25 gold, 75 gold to the healeth.
And the sunstone.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, that's fine. 65 gold, healeth.
Is there only one of those? I have to ask because I can't tell.
There are 2 sunstones, so there's 1 left.
Okay. It just seemed like a good idea.
Damn.
So are you gonna buy it or what?
I'm sorry, I'm over here wondering if we have fire on the boat to cook frozen food.
Yes, you do. I mean, it is a resource that has to be replenished.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, dry wood that can be used for some of, like, the cooking and preparing of things. But
Gotcha.
you do have that, yes.
So, guys,
We
do
got
we
that
all need to
luxury.
buy? Do we all need to buy some food too? Do we all need to try to, contribute to the food here?
It maybe would have been a good idea, and I go look at here or Healith.
Oh. To what?
But somebody
I
doesn't
still
have.
was going to. I
I
don't
wasn't
like
saying
starving
anything about what he
myself
was
for
buying. I'm
Mexico.
just asking. Okay. I just feel like, okay, if we're supposed to be restocking. I feel like we all should at least buy some. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. I'll buy 2 frozen meals and a sunstone.
Oh man.
Perfect. That is 20 from Mina. 20. Mina is at 35.
What do I got in my pack? Basically nothing. I got nothing.
Nothing.
Oh.
My final call for store interaction.
All right.
Okay. You got it.
Helix will buy 3 frozen meals and a mystery meat.
Oh.
20 from Helith. Helith is at 45.
Eat at your own risk.
So wait, how many frozen meals left? A lot?
Yes, that one there's a bunch of.
Nice.
Last call?
I don't know if I was gonna say I don't know how to say anything because because she definitely wants some of the frozen meals, and even though she knows not much. No, never mind. We're not gonna do that. That's not a bad idea. Frozen meals. What do I have? So she would want to get maybe like 4 frozen meals, but we also just because it's I and me kind of wanted to see if we could barter to see if we could make it maybe not 5 per.
Right. Let's check that barter for Thala.
Ooh,
the dice to beat is 12.
Oh no! I only got 7. So it looks like
no, the price is posted. If you can't afford 5 gold, then I don't know why you're traveling. You're probably not
bring
good
back
at
back the menu.
Okay. Okay. So wait, why does it say discount? What is that? I just want to know.
I'm sorry. Oh, that would have been the if you would have passed the barter.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay. So yeah, no, I guess I'm gonna take I'm gonna take 4 of the frozen meals, and I don't know why, but this hammer, nails, and planks thing, don't know if I'll need it, but it just sounds like an idea. I'm gonna get one. I'm gonna do that too.
Perfect. All right, it's going to be 25 gold from Thala. And Akama?
I'm gonna look at Akama like, get some food.
Can I have 2 frozen meals? And any chance you could do the bow for 30 gold?
Oh.
Let's check that barter. Barter 12.
Please, God, give me something.
Oh!
Wait, do you have a negative to barter? Just
No,
make it
I
certain.
don't.
Actually, and a
just
quick
needed a
question
better
for Akama. At the start of this day, did Akama accept the Light of Thespis?
Yeah, he did his stupid little ritual stuff.
All right, so there is a +1 to that dice roll.
You have to do it every day?
She
updated the religion.
She looks at you and she's like, "The price is the price."
Oh.
I mean, I guess. And she goes and she grabs it off the wall and goes, "All right, fine, for 30."
Can I also have 2 explosive arrowheads then, please?
You're doing everything. Next time, look.
I feel like I'm already giving you a deal. Are you trying to take advantage of me?
No, it's just that I have 10 gold left and I just wanted to spend it.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, of course you can buy them. And she grabs 2 and puts it on. And then that puts you to 0, correct?
I think I had literally 1 gold after that.
Oh, the 1 gold, yeah.
He had an odd number.
1.
Back
Alright,
to our
so
origins
2
again.
frozen meal, 1 bow, 2 explosive arrows. Perfect.
I want to like.
And so
I don't.
final
I
call
don't want to hold
for
the bow
anything.
directly.
I want to like hold it with like a cloth or something. I don't want to.
Well, so she bags it up, like she's bagging everything up into little like.
Okay.
It's not like she's just handing you frozen meat. Like it's in like a little paper, like a wax paper wrapping. The wax paper wrappings get put into like a long little bag.
Frozen meat.
About to put that meat in my pocket, just like Jin.
Why do you think I bought the mystery meat?
All right. Well, I guess you all have a good day. And, you know, if you want to come back, you can. And she says that last part only to Akama.
Give her the double finger guns on the way out.
So are we like walk because I'm over here like, can I?
What's up?
Is she still standing there staring at us like?
She's still standing there staring at Akama as you all leave, yes.
Oh.
Yeah, she was really nice.
I was just gonna ask a question, but it's fine. Okay, next time I'm just gonna give you my gold. If I can't work it out, I'm gonna give you mine, and you're gonna. Because what was that?
I don't know. I guess she was just, like I said, like she was just really nice. I guess I don't know.
So, like I said, if it doesn't work out for me next time, I'm gonna give you my gold, and you're gonna work whatever magic that was. Cause I'm. Anyway.
Is there anyone else outside?
There is only one person, and they're hammering boards onto to the door of an inn.
Of course. Because I feel like I need to walk. So yeah, I just want to.
Whoa.
Trying to figure out what's going on here.
Hello there. Can I help you all?
Just wondering, what's going on? Everybody's like jumping in the boats, and you're hammering up the inn. What's going on out here?
Well, ever since they opened Ambervale, this town's just not necessary anymore.
Oh, so you're just closing up?
Yeah. Most of us haven't been able to pay for our homes or businesses, so, well, he kind of gestures up towards the large manor on the top of, like, the hill that is kind of midpoint from the docks. They've been evicting everyone before they closed the town down.
Who is the they that's evicting everyone?
Well, this whole territory is owned by, well, the Counts. That's their family name.
I guess, okay. I guess we asked because, one, obviously that was a little strange. And I don't know, I guess we heard that there were strange things going on. And we were wondering if maybe that was the reason why people were running away.
Well, I can't say in my time here I've ever seen something abnormal. But I can't say that this place was ever warm and fuzzy. But what I can say, if you all are looking for a place to stay, the manor's going to be the only place that's left. And as he gestures up, this time he gestures kind of like the road that leads to the manor. You can see basically there are people who are like trying to get to the docks or trying to get on boats. And then there's the people who are just making their trek up towards the manor.
I look at the manor, and then I look at the team. Like, I don't know. Something about this. Something about this doesn't seem right.
Yeah. But it seems like if we want to try and find out what's happening, that's kind of the place to start.
Oh, I forgot. I forgot about that.
Qualify as weirdness? It feels like it might qualify as weirdness. Like,
what if they charge gold to stay in there?
Wanted.
Oh, shit.
I only have 1 gold.
Maybe you can just wait outside and be a lookout.
Oh my god. I am now become one of the people working around the clock that I've said this before. I've joined them now. Oh
Hey,
no.
they're not working around the clock. They're shifts and shifts. I guess we have to go that
We're gonna have to take all this stuff back first.
If
Well-
you don't need me for anything else, I am going to try to make the docks.
Thank you for your time, sir. Appreciate it.
He nods and begins to trot on towards the docks.
Just wondering
Yeah, I
what
think,
these people are like.
Guess we better
Go up there.
go the same way. We got to take our goods back, don't we?
Everything seems pretty frozen. I don't think it'll thaw, but
So, do we want to take it back to the boat?
How long would it take us to get there and then go back to the manor?
Not very long.
Yeah, it's not that far.
okay. Okay. So we're not carrying
we can-
blocks of ice.
Yeah, and then we can let the crew
Yeah.
know that we're gonna be gone for the night, and to be careful and stuff.
Yeah, good point.
Not to let
Perfect.
anybody on.
Okay. They're
Um,
not mad at me.
Have
As you
somebody
all-
send word if something bad happens.
as you all make it back to the docks, you see the last couple boats. You see some boats that are preparing to leave that are going like, I mean, they're charging like 50, 60 gold kind of thing. For people to like get on, and you can tell they are not vessels that are like open sea worthy. The chance that some of these vessels that are charging people money to like sail out into the seas have a very low chance of ever making landfall again.
We should not have come back.
Wait, guys, listen.
Do we want
We
to
could-
charge people?
Yeah, we could make some money.
Hey, wait, hold on, guys. Were we not told, did you not tell us that this is usually a place where like pirates and things stopped? We don't know these people. They could be criminals.
We have a huge
That's fair.
crew, though. As
Do you
long as we
wanna-
don't take
do you
too
wanna-
many people.
Do you want to get murdered in your sleep? We don't
I-
know these people.
I have to agree with Akama, says Archangel.
Of course you
Think about it. We need
Can't
the money.
quite just leave them here.
That too. We can help them
Yeah.
by helping ourselves.
One of the smaller vessels is about to leave the dock with
I'm gonna
at
say,
least
we're also-
5 people visible on the top deck, one of which is a child.
Now look,
Also,
we
our
Oh.
boat
are
is
not
definitely
even-
able
we're
to
not-
make it.
and we're not leaving right now. We don't even know how many people are here. We don't have enough food for everyone. I don't know what you want me to say.
3,
Healith
I mean, that-
2,
goes over to
Oh.
where that boat is going off and stops that boat from leaving, and
Oh.
actually tries to get that child and their family off that boat.
Oh, what are you doing?
Also-
We paid over 70 gold to be on this boat.
They already paid.
If
Um,
you stay on this boat, you will not make it. I'm going to
The-
offer you a chance on that boat.
We have no more gold.
Wait about.
I don't care about the gold.
I care about you trying to make unilateral decisions.
The mother like holds the child like gesturing for you to like grab her, so like because the boat isn't like at dock anymore, so she can also come over.
I take the child.
She also comes over. The 3 other people are like, could we come too?
Listen, I've sailed with
You can't
pirates in the past,
stay
so I think
For free,
Yeah.
you'll have to try to work.
Anything, yes. And they all start clambering off the boat as like it begins like going out to sea, now vacant, save for the driver.
I'm walking away.
I take them back to the boat, I let the crew know that these 5 are okay, and to help them find quarters as well as work.
Let's get a calamity roll real quick.
Calamity. Don't do the calamity. Oh,
Look at that. Look at that.
dog shit. Dog
You
shit.
can't say that as if you knew what was going to happen, alright?
No one
Taking
knew.
strangers in is always going to be bad.
Calamity is a roll we do that can help discern a dice story where 30 is really good for the party and 1 is really good for me. As Helith brings these 5 people, you start hearing splashes in the water as people start jumping off of smaller vessels and like swimming back to shore, and like there's now a crowd of 20-25 people.
No.
Like towards your dock, some of which are now freezing from the water, holding children. There were people jumping into the waters and just keeping babies above their head as they come over to the large Golden City vessel.
So it seems like we may have a situation.
Can anyone join? Oh, please, take us too. At least take my child.
Okay.
I don't think any of these people are gonna I don't think any of them are like pirates. And if we can, I've sailed with pirates before, and I feel like I have a good indication of vetting people. And it seems like most of these people are innocents. So if we can offer them work on the boat, it might be beneficial to us in that sense. Just saying.
No objections?
I hope no one's looking at me because no one's going to listen to me anyway, so I'm just not going to say anything.
Well,
it's cool.
We should check with the crew first to see how many more people we could
Safely they're
take on the
already
boat.
here. You're not going to leave them, so where are they going to go?
People are the people on the dock right now. There are a large part of this group are like freezing in the wind right now. Especially the children. If they do not get warm soon, you won't be talking to people anymore.
Well, Helith,
We'll have more
is your
frozen
decision.
meals.
I didn't do this. This was all you, so I'm gonna go ahead and start. I'll start to make my way towards the banner.
As the party makes no
Helith
objection.
will stay behind. Helith is going to stay at the ship. He's going to work with the crew and figure out exactly how many people can get on the boat before we have to start turning people away.
So the simple answer is that you get is realistically a vessel this size can hold everyone technically. Comfortably, they were kind of already at capacity, so a lot of these people are just going to be sleeping in the storage kind of thing. Making sure that nobody tampers with foods and waters is going to be a very important part. It means they're going to have to double up their watch even more, just because even if they're, it's not ill-meaning, there is still a lot of do's and don'ts on a ship. Nothing is unhandleable. It's just a lot more work to need to be done.
Yes, none of our employees will sleep now. They'll always be
Well,
working.
we are at a port. Are any of them sailors?
These are the townsfolk. They are not.
Great. Awesome.
In fact, you're almost a little surprised at the amount of potential or would-be widows that are in this group that have either been forsaken, left, or had already lost their husband.
I'm not surprised by anything at this point.
Yeah, we have to.
As they clamber onto the boat and are instructed to the area that they can stay and begin to get warm and things like that. As the party, Helith, you are going to be able to rejoin the party. I'm not going to keep you separate for that. And then the last thing is, as the party's kind of walking down the docks, you just hear,
Mina, do you want us to stay here still?
Well, the caregiver in me would say, yeah, I would want to help them.
I'm sorry. This is the Andrews
sounds-
calling to use.
Oh, the Andrews. I mean, I want to help them too. My little apprentices. But yeah, I don't want to risk them coming with us to the manor if there's danger. I'd rather them stay and deal with the townspeople on the boat and try and get them organized.
Oh, yeah, okay. We used to help with our brothers and sisters, so sure.
Thank you, Andrews.
More Andrews.
And they head down to the lower deck as the party makes their way to the manor.
But they have a whole secondary crew trained up.
I am not listening to you anymore. We are not going back ever.
That was directed at whom?
Well, he's the one that said
I
go
think I
back.
got
But
my
you, I'm over here like, we gon' next time somebody look at me, I'm gonna be like, well, since you're the one making all the decisions now, what do you think we should do, little guy?
Did anyone's leadership go up? I still got one leadership.
As the party reaches the manor, the door as it's knocked on feels hollow. It like echoes like. All around you see little tents and hobbles being like set up as like freezing villagers or just like making small camps and little fires. The door creaks open and there's a gaunt spectacle of a man. No riffraff is going to stay in the man. You're not the riffraff. You're all heroes. Please. And he like steps to the side and gestures for you to walk in. Do come in.
Like, brush off some snow and stuff before I walk inside.
As you walk in, the temperature is immediately different. The winter subsides in a second as a large hearth by like in the main room roars with a fire. It's been quite some time since we've had guests. As he like begins just kind of like walking away from you, gesturing very like subtly for you to follow. Will you all need to be staying the night?
TBD.
Yes.
I didn't know we were staying the whole day, the whole night. I thought we was trying to get in and get out.
That's what I thought.
I thought we were staying. I don't know.
I thought we were staying as well.
It wouldn't be wise to set sail now anyway. It's almost nightfall, and with second night coming, it will be far too dark.
Second night?
It happens from time to time. Meanwhile, again, he just is continuing to walk, and now you are like walking up these creaky stairs to the upstairs of the house.
Your stairs sound like babies.
The migration of the night whales when they come near Midpoint. The dark gets darker. We call it second night. As one by one he like walks you through these hallways. Each room seems to be about 15 or so steps away from the last one as he gestures down the hallway. Like for Akama, you can stay here. Mina, you can stay here. Thala, you can stay here. And he gets to the end room and opens the door. And he doesn't say any of your names, to clarify. He just gestures for each one of you to go in the room. And he goes, and for you, This is the best room on the level. And he hobbles forward and he opens up the curtains of the room, and you can see out down like down into the Midpoint town, over the docks, and you can even see like the setting sun over the ocean. Like in a word, it's breathtaking. As this view, there's a solemn grimness to it now that Healith experiences due to the dilapidated nature of the town. But you can imagine in its prime, this truly would have been a magnificent view. He unlatches the window and opens the window to it's like a half balcony. Like you're not actually supposed to step on it, but it's kind of like artfully there. And you kind of brace yourself for a cold wind, but none follows. This was a gift from an archmage at a time, so you can have the crispness of air with none of the folly of the cold. Anyway, enjoy. And he walks up past you and he goes, dinner will be ready in 30 minutes. As he walks down the hall, he sees each one of your rooms and knocks politely before creaking the door open, going, dinner will be ready in 30 minutes, to each one of you as he goes down the hall. He must have walked this hallway many times, because his footsteps are identical every time he goes from one room to the next. As the party, perhaps eerily, settles into their rooms, it doesn't take long, as 30 minutes goes by rather quickly, for each of your stomachs to grumble a little bit. It's been a while since you've had anything prepared not over the small fire on the interior of a ship. And so, each of you, unless you object, head down to the promised meal.
I think it's already been 30 minutes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
As you... sorry.
I'm just thinking, I guess I'm gonna go, but... Yeah.
As each of you are kind of walking together, the creaking floorboards are almost deafening, as you all walk silently together. As you go down to the main dining room, it's a table that clearly could have been set for almost 30 people. You notice on the back of the chairs, they all are named. Each chair has a name. Please.
All 30?
Yes, each chair has a different name.
Okay.
I'm afraid your hosts won't be eating with you, as they are eating in their rooms. They'll be down to greet you later.
Okay.
But please. He removes these extremely it's not silver dishware, it's platinums and gold dishwares. The forks and cups are diamond encrusted, and this is, you're oh, they have money. This is a rich family.
Can we afford to be here tonight?
We've been.
Did Healith say that?
No, that is
okay.
Sorry,
No, that's fine.
That
I just make
more
sure.
Internal monologue, guys, can we actually afford this?
Let's get a perception check for everyone in the party real quick.
Did we say we were paying it?
12 is the number to beat.
Do I have anything? Oh, I did. Cool. I had a 2.
I do have a 2 actually too.
I believe that is everyone but Healith passed. Yes, everyone but Healith passed.
You can't see shit.
Healith is I don't know what you guys are doing. I'm eating food. No, as each of you does eat, the food is exquisite. There's something basically for everyone. Mina, you have a little bit more of a trouble finding something particularly enjoyable, but there is more than enough to get you fed. But each one of you kind of has this moment where, like, as you look out in the window, like, first night is beginning to settle in. It's becoming darker and darker. There's a torch off in the distance, moving up a hill. And the butler goes and closes that window. Oh, I'm sorry. Were you looking out the window?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was a little
There was someone
dark out there for somebody to be walking.
Oh, yes, that's just Grizzly. He's our Raven's Watch. He hasn't been taking too kindly to the territory being abandoned. They are particular about their watch posts. I'm sure he's going to go light the lighthouse, his watchtower, one last time, as futile as it will be come second night. But I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, is this something that is like known about? Like, I roll a knowledge on this or something like that?
Yes, of course.
Like, the way he said that, it sounds like it's a thing.
We
I'm talking about the
this
Raven's Guard.
Yes, we're going to call that a knowledge history. We're going to say if anyone would want to roll, opt in now, and it is a 13.
I'll let y'all know I got a big old 0 in knowledge history.
I was going
It's
to
better
say,
than
you
love
should,
this game.
I could try, but I don't think she would know anything.
All right,
We'll
let's
see.
let's just get a party roll. We'll keep it simple.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
Doing it for the love of the game.
Look at that.
13.
Ain't got a damn thing.
Yeah.
I got 12.
Holy
I
cow.
don't know nothing.
So, let's see here. What is that? Everyone but Thala? Because the light of Thespis puts that to a 13.
I forgot about the light.
She wasn't gonna know shit anyway.
The big thing about the Raven's Watch that you know is that they are it's like a lone hero group. Typically they're rangers, gunslingers, or like people who don't mind like kind of heroing over a territory by themselves. There typically is only ever one Raven's Watch to like a general territory. But in a pinch or when things are extremely dire, they will call out for aid.
Where's this lighthouse of his? Oh, his watchtower.
He opens the curtains once more and just points to the top of the hill, and you see he's walking this like crazy switchback up to the top where this lighthouse sits, and like it's in like the optimal area for a lighthouse to be for the dock.
And is he just gonna be
So-
walking around up there all night?
He does have a room there, yes, and he recloses the curtains. But if I may, I do need to excuse myself. I have to make final preparations for second night. And on that, we are going to start a fun little countdown, which is the countdown to second night.
Oh, fuck.
And on that note, we are going to take our 5-minute break. We will be right back with more of this dreadfully eerie manner. Us. We'll be back. Welcome back to Cinematic Epic. I am your host, Adam, your game master, and this has been an eerie session. We have a looming timer for second night, a mystery in this manner still afoot, the oddities that the benefactor wishes to be proven for some gold reward, which the party desperately could need. So we're not going to keep any bit of this mystery waiting. We're going to, in fact, invite our party back on in so that this session of Cinematic Epic can continue. Because much to Akama's dismay, if you look at the timer for second night, it did not wait for your 5-minute break.
Might as well just say we only had 30 minutes.
As the butler leaves the room yet again, this weight of intrigue, mystery afoot, grabs at the party's mind. There's more to this house than what's being let on. You know there are at least 5 places that can be investigated: the basement, the attic, the grounds, the bedrooms, the commons. You can, each one of you go to a different place. You can group up and go together. Who wishes to investigate what?
I would like to take the grounds, because maybe I can learn something from the natural landscape out there.
Perfect.
That sounds like a good idea.
Healith would probably take the attic.
Healith, attic. Akama, Thala.
Yeah, what about you, Thala?
What?
Can I interest someone in the basement?
I was thinking about going to the basement, but what are you thinking about doing?
I mean, you can go to the basement. Maybe I could check the room.
I think that sounds like a good idea.
Okay.
Maybe you'll find something personal.
Do you have a light? Is it gonna be dark down there?
Oh, that's a good point. I don't think I bought a sunstone, but I think I have a torch or something. Maybe.
Are there candles here?
There are definitely candles.
Okay.
Yeah, they got lights. They got lights. Yeah, I can grab a candle or something.
Before we leave the room, I kind of wanted to see if I recognize. I want to know if I recognize any of these names on these chairs, since they all have names. Okay, that was.
They're all just like Emily count, Jaden count, like Brooke count, this count, that
like
count,
this
count.
I regret choosing the rooms, but okay.
Without further ado, let's start, in fact, with Thala.
Of course.
As each of you heads to your different locations, the creaking stairs let everyone know that someone heads back to the bedrooms.
Awesome.
As you begin going through the kind of like the hallways and the rooms, you see the hallway that leads to your rooms. You can't help but realize that, like, as you look around from outside the house didn't feel this big. As you begin walking to a different section of rooms. As you stand at the entrance to the hallway, so you're kind of around the banister, if you will, like you could still see the hallway with your rooms in it. As you stand here, you hear like from one of the bedrooms.
Can I tell which bedroom it is?
Yes, it's from the front one. The first door on your left.
Okay, I feel like she would try to get closer and see if she can hear anything else.
As you get closer, the door isn't all the way closed, and you can see through like a crack in the door, and you just see the silhouette of like a little girl, and she's pushing a ball out of your line of sight, and then the ball comes rolling back.
I don't like this. Okay. Okay. You know what? Okay, I guess she's gonna knock. Because we're gonna see what's happening.
As she
she's
rolled
just having fun.
She rolls the ball away. You knock. The ball does not return. As her head, like, quickly snaps over to, like, look through the crack in the door. Was I being too loud? You look at a small, unassuming little girl. She's maybe 8.
Oh, no, not too loud. I was just wondering where everybody was, that's all. And you sounded like you were enjoying yourself.
It was time for us to be in our rooms!
Okay, that's fine. Do you know why you're supposed to be in your room at a certain time?
It's our curfew. There's always been a curfew. It keeps us safe.
Safe from what?
Because children need curfews.
Okay, I was just wondering because if there was something I needed to be safe from, maybe I should go in my room too, that's all.
Maybe, but you're big.
Okay. Okay, well, is there someone that's also big that I can talk to?
Grizzly's room's down the hallway. You could go there.
I think he was... Isn't that the guy that was outside?
Yes.
Okay. The butler man that I never got
It's
his
the
name.
last
I think
one
he
on
told
the
me...
right. Can you close the door? I want to play.
Sure. Alrighty. Okay, now I'm closing. I'm over here like children.
Thank you.
That you? Or was that...
As the door closes.
I don't know. That was creepy. See, I don't like
oh,
that.
no. Oh, hell no.
From the room that she spoke, that is Grizzly's, you do hear like a...
Did he lie to us?
From inside.
What the fuck is that?
On that
Alright,
note,
well,
we
once
are
it-
going to,
oh.
real quick,
That's fine.
step over to the grounds. As Mina, you step outside in the grounds. The cold wind, as you step out, immediately bites in, and it's far colder than it was before. Like, the temperature has dropped exponentially to the point where you don't usually find yourself thinking, like, I would love just to have, like, a torch, like a flaming fire stick in my hands, and you find yourself going, one of those wouldn't be too bad right now. So, do you look more towards the house itself, or to the tents and people?
I think the tents and people. If there's anyone over there, I want to talk to them.
As you walk over towards the tents, the first tent that you open is a man and a woman who have succumbed to the cold.
I bet.
Damn.
This repeats 3, 4, 5 times over. Save for one small woman by what's left of her burning little, like hobble of fire.
Hello. What, are you alright?
She, glances down at, the dying fires and, looks back to you, and you can see that, ice has already started to build up over her hands. She probably couldn't close them or open them fully if she wanted to.
Would the sunstone be of any use here, or is that purely for light? Or can it
Purely
give
for
off
light.
heat as well? Oh, okay, great. Well, I can cast, I have spell casting for, earth magic. Would that be of any help here?
You could potentially invite some roots to grow into the fire, yes.
Can we give that a try?
Let's see it. We're going to call this a 6 to succeed.
Oh,
That's going to do it. You're able to like wind small and more brittle roots first, so that way they kind of build up the fire rather than just kind of like piling wood on top of it, and so it grows in magnitude far quicker than it would have otherwise. She looks far more comforted by it and looks up to you and goes, "Thank you."
You're welcome, but I've given you heat. Now I need something from you. What do you know? I need to know what you know about the manor.
And she just lifts her hands up and points at one of the windows. As you look to that window, you see that there is albeit they are thin with sharp edges on their chin and cheekbones. They are both ghastly and beautiful at a glance, as they just look down from their bedroom window, give a small little wave to you, and close their curtains.
What is that?
Oh. Was that one of the bedrooms that they were in?
You would guess so, yes. Based on its positioning, you would imagine, and the windows and how the house looks different there, you would imagine that's the master bedroom.
Okay. Do you know anything else about the manor, or is that all you can show me?
Roll me a charm check. We're going to call this a 14 with a situational +2 based on your fire that you have brought.
I also have a +2 for charm.
Perfect. And so that's going to succeed. She reaches into her shirt, and she pulls out something on a chain and just kind of breaks the chain. You see she pulls hard enough on the chain that her neck bleeds from breaking it that way, and she reaches her hands towards you, and she puts something in your hands and then cups it for you and just goes, "Live." And then her motions become stark still, and her eyes cease to blink.
Well, at least she had some comfort in her last moments, but I think it's time to move on. But what did she give me?
She gave you a symbol of Rivedon, the god of truth.
Knew it. I was gonna buy that bitch, and then I didn't. I should have done it.
And on that note, Archie, and where would you begin to head next?
I think at this point, if she was the only live person that I could talk to in the tents, I would like to make my way closer to the house to investigate.
Gotcha. On that note, we are going to head in to the attic with Healith.
Attic man.
As you climb the stairs, not the same stairs that lead to the bedrooms. You noticed these ones off the side of the dining room. It takes you into this small, you imagine maybe library at one point, and then a ladder as you begin to climb into the attic itself. The attic is nothing but cobwebs and spider webs, some still living and hunting. There's a smell, a taste accompanies it, some form of embalming agent, you would imagine. How would you proceed?
I'd like to use, let's see, what I have Can I use knowledge in nature to understand what type of spiders are in this attic?
Absolutely. We're going to call that a knowledge nature 11. 10.
Okay. I've...
No.
Well, that's not quite good enough. I've got +3, but that doesn't get me close.
Yeah. You're not able to identify all of the spiders. Some of them you recognize as more common, like household variants, ones that you had encountered in your own time. Though there are these odd-looking ones that seem to be not webbed base. They seem to be skulking about, though they move similar to that of like a tarantula, like slowly with purpose, though they are not hairy. They are more spine encrusted with larger fangs that do face like up and down rather than side to side. The average size of these ones that like are walking around webless would be probably about like a dish plate in size.
Good lord.
Boy, oh
They're
hell
big.
no.
They're big boys.
Oh hell no. Yeah, good thing you went there.
Let's hear let's see a perception check real quick. We're gonna call this perception 9.
That was the right place he lived.
Huh.
You rolled atrociously. You can't see the hand in front of your face right now.
What you're trying to hear, but it's too hard to hear over like all the creaking floorboards that you can hear in this room. Like you hear what you imagine, or at least you hope, is one of the other party members walking around the house. Do you investigate the attic further? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yes. I'm going to go to the embalming fluid.
Mm-hmm. As you
big old bottles, small bottles?
So at first you can't see it, you smell it, and so like you kind of like make your way, through the webs and whatnot, and you see that it is like a small little workshop, almost perfectly like the size of a person. Like in fact, there's almost the indent of one, as if someone laid here for a very long time. Around it are different jars and scalpels, bone saws of the nature, and but it's not anything of a brutal nature. It looks, in fact, very like religiously set up. Like everything is in a very like not necessarily efficient pattern, but in a very like process oriented one.
Is there anything that I can see at this setup that would look like that is the result of all this work?
No. As you look around, it does look like whoever's workshop this was, it probably hasn't been touched in a while. As while the indent of like a person is there, there's clear dust marks.
They're all in the bedrooms now.
I take a tool that has the least amount of dust on it.
Okay. That would be the syringe.
I take that syringe with me.
As you pick up the syringe, you can't help but notice many of the walking dinner plate spiders have their attention on you.
Nah.
You would guess it's around 8 are now looking at you. Let's do a knowledge. Actually, an animal handling. We're gonna do an animal handling.
Cool.
We're gonna call this a 7.
Sweet.
You got any animal handling?
I have 3.
So. As you grab the syringe, you can tell they're not watching you. Like a dog in training, they're watching the syringe. You can literally see their bodies like shift and move as you move the syringe in the air.
I attempt to get closer to one with the syringe.
it like rears up, and you can just see its little mouth, and it's got this little like circular maw on the inside of its fangs, and it's like wanting to almost suckle on the syringe.
That is grody.
But this is the perfect weird thing that the benefactor wants us to snag. I pick up one of these weird little guys, I give him the syringe, and I'm carrying him and the syringe with me out of this attic. I'm out. Done. I'm terrified. This is weird, but I'm taking homie with me.
He's adopted a spider.
As you're going down the ladder, the spiders are following you.
I bet you they are. You're like the fucking Pied Piper now.
What's the one that
And
he's
on
holding
that
to?
note, on that, it's just patiently like waiting to answer that question from a player who's not here, but we are going to you. To the basement.
Hi ho, hi ho.
As you get to the basement, it is damp. It's dreary. The pleasantries of the house subside. You can see where there probably were servants' quarters and like things of that nature. There's a water heater to an extent, though it has to be like manually powered from down here. You have to keep the stove, the wood and coal going. What draws your attention, though, is one of the pipes. It's a pipe that would be a drainage of sort to like make sure that this area doesn't flood. And you hear this like from down in this pipe. You would note that the pipe is roughly the width of your arm. You could probably reach down into it and feel around.
You know.
No, I gotta do it, but I'm not happy about it. It was like the one scene of The Mummy.
So you reach your arm into the pipe?
Yeah, I got no choice. There's nothing else that stands out in the room other than the pipe, right?
That is well, it's not nothing else, but that is like the main thing that's drawn your focus.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Is there any lights in the room or anything like that?
No, it is incredibly dark. There's small like little port window kind of things to like the bottom floor to allow light to kind of come in from the outside, but that is fading quickly as first night and second night approach.
Yeah, I'm going.
I think I'm losing your audio. You're cutting out on it.
Sorry, I'm going to try to grab it.
As you reach down your arm into the pipe, you feel like it's something. It's metallic that your hands grabbing. But as you kind of grab onto it, you do get the feeling though that the object you're grabbing is stationary. It wasn't moving. And you hear from deeper in the pipe. And we're going to roll I'm going to call it a reflex check. We're going to say that this reflex check is a 15.
Damn.
Reflex. I got +2 in reflex.
Oh,
the Vespis though, with Vespis.
Yep.
Can't fuck over before that piece of shit ass. Oh.
Yo, that light, the light comes through, okay?
You couldn't tell it's no tangible thing. It's it's a custom that your people have. On the hunt or be hunted. And something triggered your flight reflexes. You were holding this object. You rip your hand out from the hole, And though you see nothing down this drain, you know that you narrowly avoided something.
See.
What you're holding in your hand is what looks like the wedge that you would use to lock a basement's, a cellar, if you will, door from the outside. Or like you would put it on the inside to lock the door so it doesn't open from the outside.
The door from opening.
Okay. Guess I'm gonna put that in my pocket.
As
I guess that makes me want to go look at the cellar door.
As you go over to the cellar door, there are two notable things. One, it is missing the lock that you would use to keep it closed, which you now have in your pocket. The other thing is it seems that on the inside of this door, you can faintly make out in the dust that a symbol of something used to hang here, but no longer does.
Okay. Noted. There used to be a symbol hanging there. I would like to put the lock back on the thing.
I'm sorry? Say that
Lock
again?
that joint up. I want to lock that joint up with my new found lock.
Not a problem. And we're going to
And the other one
go
was
back
already locked?
to... I'm sorry?
The other one was already locked also?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
We are going to go back to Thala now in the rooms. You hear the...
At this point, I don't have much time. I'm over here like, I'm assuming I don't hear anything different when I get closer, because I'm gonna try to get closer. All right. Well.
As you get like right to the door, you start hearing like.
All right. So I feel like she would still try to knock, but I don't know what's happening in here. So it's like, it sounds weird, but she's probably gonna like crouch like she's sneaking, even though she ain't sneaky, and knock. We're gonna play this off.
No reply. Cannot see anything from this vantage point.
Of course. Is it dark inside?
Yes, extremely.
Oh, fuck me. I don't have any way to light that bitch up. Sound's gone?
Yes.
We're gonna close the door. I don't trust this. Are there any other doors? Is that the only door left?
That was the I mean there are other doors. They all bear little like nameplates on the doors similar to that of the chairs downstairs.
Same names?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. I don't hear any other noises?
No.
Yeah,
And so
I
on
don't
that,
know.
we're going to go to Mina in the grounds.
I have to go back downstairs.
As you look around the grounds, you have to kind of start to hurry as like you feel second night beginning to set in. Like it starts to truly become darker than dark. As you were like looking around the house and whatnot, one of the things that does stand out to you is that like all of the gates and such are all unlocked. Like their chains are removed. There's no like everything could just be pushed open. But then, second night hits. Each of you would have this experience as it happens where it's a dark you've never experienced before. You struggle to see your own hand in front of your face. It feels as if light, like the candle that Akama that you have, it feels like it lights nothing for you. You hold it out at a distance, and it seemingly makes no penetration to the night. Even the light of Thespis seems to wane in this darkness.
No, not Thespis.
But all of this does not distract any of you from the fact that you have now been awake and adventuring for a very long time this day. If you were ever going to hope to get any rest, now is your opportunity to get some much needed sleep. Would any of you take the time to replenish your bodies with the much needed aid of sleep?
Do we get to talk to each other?
Each of you are all isolated in your own areas right now. No one can see each other, so you all have to make this decision independently.
Healith would head back to the hallway of the bedrooms and see if he sees anybody else. If he doesn't, he'd probably head into his room. Terrified of all the little spiders, but he'd head back to his room.
They're accompanying you. I don't think we can see anything.
Actually, can I activate my sunstone?
Yes, you can. You would have this idea. You're like, oh, I'll activate the sunstone. The sunstone, as you activate it, seemingly the best way to describe it is you can now comfortably see your hand. Past that though, it's like you literally could like extend your arm to maximum range, and it seems like you leave the light of the sunstone.
Your hand disappears. It is dark as hell out here.
Well, I'm gonna use the sunstone to my advantage then, and use it to help me navigate the halls of this big old mansion. Because your boy's
That's
lost.
Fair. That's fair. So Healith is heading back to the room for sleep. He will wait in the hallway. I'll factor that in, but sleep is the decision. Thala, Mina, Akama.
I feel like she would try to make her way back to her room, but something doesn't quite feel right about these people. Even the little girl, it's a little creepy. I feel like if she could, she would try to I don't want to say bar the door, but because I don't know, something's off.
That's fair.
I do have.
The little girl had a grown man voice at the end. I don't know.
You do have the
did I hear
nails.
that? I was about to say
what?
I was gonna say that. Did she hear the girl's voice when she was like, "Thank you"?
The thank you. Yes.
So I feel like I did.
You heard that. Yes.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I have the. If I was assuming I can't move anything, I have the nails and planks and.
You want to borrow it?
Yeah.
You want to borrow the door?
Sure do. Look at me. It may have come in handy.
As you sit there, you've put this plank up, you've got these nails, you're hitting these nails while you're right here hitting these nails, and this is what it sounds like to you.
Ooh. Does the dark absorb the sound? Christ.
Oh my god, it's terrifying.
And then you also head back to your room. Mina.
Oh no, that was in my room. What you mean?
Oh, sorry. You were barring your door shut. Sorry.
Yes. What do you mean? I am in there.
No problem.
No, I'm keeping the riffraff out.
Understood.
Not in.
Mina. Oh, you don't have your audio. While we get that worked out, we'll go to Akama. So Akama, what are you looking to do?
I'm gonna make my way back to the hall. Also, to go to the room, but I don't think I'm going to sleep tonight. Something don't feel right. Also, yeah.
All right, and we're gonna check back in with Mina here. Do we have your audio? Okay, so in which case, what I'm going to do is this. Akama. You step away from the door you just put the latch on. You're but one step away when you hear...
on the door
Yes.
to try to open it?
You can hear the door being tested from the outside.
Hello.
Hey.
Hey, there we go.
Hey.
That was so
All right.
perfectly timed. I know.
He said, "Hello, open the door."
So, Mina, are we heading back to the room for sleep?
No, because I am a tree creature and I'm out in the grounds and I feel like I'm not necessarily scared of second night because I think like underneath my feet I still like feel solid. So I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing.
Perfect. You will keep on adventuring. And so we'll cut back to a comma then. The door is tested and then stops. Would Akama turn back or continue to his room?
I guess I think of the little hook that seems like it was waiting for a symbol, and I just want to wait a little bit just to see if that's it for the door being shooken, and then I'm gonna leave. Like just a couple breaths, I guess, maybe see if that was it.
You wait. Nothing. You continue. As you pass the small drainage hole in the floor, you hear and ever so slightly out of the crushing darkness that is this sound and sight dampening around you, you hear just this like that you would only describe as the sound of what you would do if you were feeling around in the dark with your hand.
Oh, it's
Yeah, nah, I'm getting out of there. Yeah, it's time to go upstairs.
As you make it upstairs, there is a door to the basement. Would you like to do anything?
Yeah, let me go ahead and close that joint. If there's a little type deal,
There is
let me
indeed.
go ahead and do that too. Yeah, we want to do both of those things.
And you make
I ain't
it
got no
back.
boards and nails, but I wish I did.
Perfect.
if I
On
can,
this
they're
note,
coming with me.
with the characters having all made their choices, so Thala is going to try to get some sleep. Healith is going to try to get some sleep. Akama, the official decision is go to your room and you don't think you're sleeping, or are you trying to sleep?
What I was gonna do is I just want to sit. I guess I'm gonna wait in the hall. I'm staying up. I just want to make sure things chilling.
So
you know what I'm saying?
Decisions have been made: 2 for sleep, 1 for staying awake, and at this point, it is the perfect time to reveal our epic encounter.
Oh no!
In this epic encounter, due to the crushing darkness, if you are not in a well-lit area, 2 through 5s count as natural 1s. If your character chose not to sleep, you will also gain a -3 towards perceptions and rolls to resist intimidation.
None of us are in a well-lit area. Which
Huzzah.
there are no well-lit areas.
We're going to start with a perception check for Healith. The perception check for you, while you were sleeping, mind you, is we're going to call this first one a 17.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Not quite.
That's a 12.
We're going to call this second one a 14.
Damn.
Yeah, that's 11. Okay. That sucks.
We're gonna call this third one
Oh, Jesus.
an 8.
8?
Oh shit.
Brother.
Oh.
I was gonna say you couldn't get not one shit.
What?
I'm about to
They
say,
breathe
damn.
on you. They breathe on
You're-
you right now. Like,
In your sleep, you like roll over, and like as you roll over, you hear like what sounds like fabric being cut, and you kind of like stir just a little bit, and you see nothing in your room. It's nearly impossible to. It's so dark. As you look over, you just see this pale, spiny, bony hand retract its way into the darkness.
Where is your spider friends?
That was my thought, too. Where are my friends at?
Just hanging out with the syringe.
I brought it with me.
Yeah, but you're not sleeping with it. It's not like teddy bear. Chill out.
don't want them spiders on your chest when you're trying to sleep. That's not a good look.
Do
No,
you?
I wouldn't.
But
I'd
so
still
it
be terrified.
this bony hand retracts into the darkness. Do you follow it? Do you ignore it? Do you go back to sleep?
I know for certain I would not be able to sleep if I saw a bony hand go back into the darkness after cutting fabric. I'm first checking to see if I can find what was cut, because I heard cutting fabric.
You
But I'm not
look
bleeding.
to the right, and your pillow has like claw marks in it. Not like aggressive slashing, but like puncture and like needles pierced into
Soul
it.
scratches.
And like you like rolled over as whatever reached for you like missed just over your head.
Yeah, I'm definitely
was
not
that
going to
last
sleep.
That was that last one. He survived.
Heath would definitely be awake. He'd definitely be terrified.
Roll me
Not
a
fun.
perception 18.
Ooh.
Hey.
Oh,
Hey.
18, right?
Hey.
18.
Hey.
As you like you get your bearings and you focus up and you're like following where the hand went, you stare into the blackness and your eyes strain to try to adjust to this true darkness, but what you do see is these beady yellow eyes staring at you, twitching, tremoring in the dark. And then the hand again reaches. What you can now imagine is from the open window across the room. And you see this looming hand reach through the darkness slowly. It comes back into your like bubble of true line of sight.
Mhm.
And it's like dangling its way towards your face.
I begin to move. I'm going to roll past it. I'm going to try and get to the other side of the room and close the door.
Close like the which
the
door?
open window that it's
Gotcha.
reaching through. Like,
All right, let's
We-
roll a acrobatics first. We're just going to call this. This isn't a hard acrobatics. We're going to call this 6.
You gonna close it in with
Oh
you.
boy. You
Nice.
almost.
I got a 2, so I was like, alright, cool. Low rolls this whole.
You're able
Alright.
to like roll across the bed. You see like its eyes like kind of like tremor follow like where you're moving, and like its other arm starts to like creep towards you as it retracts its original one.
I get myself to the door and close it shut. The door to the outside through the window, or the
Let's-
balcony door that was opened by the butler.
It's fair. We're going to call this a we'll call it a grapple. with its arms through the side, and you're trying to close it. We're going to call this a grapple 8.
Oh.
I got a +1.
Oh, great, say to you. Okay.
You're not able to like shut the door all the way, as like when you make contact on the arms and push the door closed, it doesn't sound fleshy or meaty. It sounds like the metal of this window hits stone. Like you hear this like, and as the arms hit the side and you're trying to like close it all the way, you just hear it like squirm, and you hear this like as it like grinds its arms against like the metal of both the window, like the door to the balcony, and just like what it would close against. You have two options. You could continue trying to close it, but the latch would actually be big enough to just like it would be kind of like dangling open, but you could effectively latch the window.
I think I will go to latch the window.
Perfect. I'm gonna call this a miscellaneous dice roll where you just need to not roll a 1.
Okay.
Through 5.
Cool.
Through 5, yeah. Oh, look at that.
Succeeded. You're able to latch the it shut, and it's like trying to pull its arms back, but like the limits of whatever it is or it like is made of ceases to make it so it can't like slide its arms through. It's like caught and rigid.
Can I try something?
Sure.
We got gargoyles out this bitch. Like
I take out the syringe and I see if I can inject it into its arm without breaking the needle.
Oh Jesus.
So you grab the syringe. First off, the spider's following you. As you go to plunge it in, like you're like tapping on, and it's just hard, brittle material until you find a spot that's already been like fitted. And while the syringe itself doesn't push its like all the way in anymore, as the stone-ish skin doesn't allow it, there definitely was an injection mark here at one time.
I'm presuming I can't pull any blood out, or
correct,
whatever.
No, yeah, no, exactly. Real quick though, I'm sorry.
Sorry, I'm narrating to myself. Please continue.
On this, the creature, realizing it's trapped, lets out this like
no thank
which all of you hear, even through the crushing dark. Thala, you wake up, and if you thought the Brelix dream shook you, this noise takes you all the way back to when you were a small girl. And your elders and your family members would tell you, be careful to swim in dark waters. Dark waters have terrible creatures. They told a story of the coral itself grabbing life, sucking it dry. You heard stories of these vampire-like structures of living coral. Akama, you're in your room, and you hear this noise, and Thala, or Mina, sorry, you're outside. You hear this noise echo from somewhere like on like high up on the house, and then in the distance you can hear this. The other party members, you do not hear this. Mina, you hear this part in the distance, down by the docks, down by the shore. You hear.
Jeez.
So, Mina, what would you do?
Oh, well,
Oh, God.
like, down by the docks is our ship, which is literally our only way to get out of here. But at the same time, I don't want to desert everybody else. However, and I can't see anything, but I do have a sunstone, which I don't know if that's going to be much help to get down to the docks. Like, can I reasonably light the sunstone and make my way down there? And
Hey, this is Cinematic Epic. You are always welcome to try.
and also all the townspeople that we were trying to like help are also down there. I think that everyone, or I think I would go down to the docks and try and see what was going on.
Perfect. Mina makes her way down towards the docks. Let's call this a survival check to see if you can remember your way down towards the docks. We're gonna call this a survival. Actually, we're gonna do it this way. The higher you roll on a survival check, barring a 1 through 5, is how well you do. So this is a variable level of success.
Oh, shit.
I have a +3 on survival, so yeah.
Correct. A 13. You are making your way down towards the docks. You're making your way down towards the docks, and to the best of your knowledge, you are making good time. Let's check in with Akama and Thala. So the two of you are in your rooms. You hear the horrifying
I was
noise.
in the hallway.
Or you were in the hallway,
Oh,
sorry.
yeah.
So in which case, Akama, you would recognize that this noise is coming from Helith's room.
Mm-hmm.
So Akama, what would you do?
Open that man's door. What's going on in here? What's up in here?
Helith, out of the corner of your ear, you hear your door open behind you.
Oh, shit.
Helith. Helith. You okay?
You hear.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Coming from the now open doorway.
I have my sunstone. I have the syringe in hand because I just found that mark in the arm.
Mhm.
I put the syringe away. I presume I had turned off my sunstone before I'd gone to sleep.
Yes.
Or is it still gone? Okay.
No.
Little nightlight.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Helith would go more towards, not towards the door, but at an angle towards the door, like trying to creep away, because he's expecting whatever to come in to go straight for the bed. And if it's like
Fair
one
enough.
of those stone creatures, I don't want to be in between it and my bed.
We're gonna have Akama here roll a perception. We're gonna call the perception 10.
I have basically a -1 with all these bullshits going on.
Damn!
You are able to succeed. You see something at the window, like trying to move and flail about, though you can't tell what it is, and you see what you presume to be Helith moving at an angle.
Helith, what are you doing? Is
Do you
everything
approach
okay?
Helith?
Yes.
In which case, now Helith, let's get you a perception check. Perception, we're going to call your perception check 10 as well.
What are you doing skulking about?
Shit.
Almost couldn't see shit.
The adventure that dice went on. You are able to discern it's Akama, and the two of you are now able to approach each other without penalty.
What are you doing?
Okay.
Crouching around. What was that noise?
I take the sunstone out, I turn it on, and point it towards the door, and the stone arms flailing about.
And real quick, I'm going to interrupt this with Thala. At this point, would you have made it out of your barricaded room, or are you staying in your room?
I would try to. I don't know. I guess I hear that, but if there's nothing else, I'm trying to see if I guess I would try to see if I hear anything else.
No.
Like, I didn't think so. It's
Nothing
like
but the crushing dark.
Everything right now. Awesome. So I don't hear or see anything. I don't know.
Correct.
I don't know just yet. Because again, nothing seems right, and she doesn't know what to do. Honestly.
No problem. We'll check back in. So as Healith, you activate your Sunstone. Akama, before you can register the thing that Healith points at, you see that Healith has these massive dinner plate spiders crawling all over him, all seemingly towards one pocket.
Yo, what is that? They're all over you!
What are those?
What are those? Damn, you're right. I should have said that.
Yes, you should have. That'd been great. Healeth,
What are those?
that forgetting about the spiders for a second, because I totally forgot that they were even on my body in this manner, just trying to go after the syringe, is like, oh shit! No, it's okay. They're okay. Oh my goodness. I found them in the attic. They're really, really attracted to the syringe, which I have in my pocket. It's really weird. I don't know what it is. I think it's the weirdness that they wanted us to check out. But this is more weird. I then point at the stone arms flailing, trying to get into the room, but being caught in the door.
With the calm of everything kind of settling in, you're not in an urgent position. You are able to finally get a good look at the creature at the window, and the creature itself looks like this long, thin, monstrous form of this gaunt creature, this stone-made, lanky-armed, clawed individual. As you're able to study its fingers, its fingers have almost like syringe-like qualities at the end of its needle-pointed, like, talons.
That thing. Criminally, that thing scares me.
Oh, well.
It lets out another one of its roars.
Alright, well, I think
This time,
probably check.
in the distance, you hear return calls from the water. Mina, you hear this in reverse. As you're making your way down towards the docks, you hear yet another call from the manor, and then more calls from the docks. You would estimate you're a little over halfway. Like you're like no longer on the hill. You're like, as you feel it out, you're like you think you could probably walk into like the store. Like that's like roughly where you are.
Can I walk into the store?
Absolutely. Well, as you get to the store, the front door is locked, but I'm sure you can break it.
Yeah, let's try, because maybe there's something in there that could help me.
We are going to call this another variable success. It's not hard to break this door down for a hero. We're going to call it a 1 to 5, more representing negative repercussions.
All right.
You're able to like the door like gives way, its bar isn't enough, and you're able to like step into the interior of the store. Is there something you're looking for?
Well, I kind of want to like steal all the sunstones, but
there were
I
only
don't
2.
remember.
There was only
you
two.
bought one,
Only
and Helix bought one. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Is that girl still here?
Let's get a perception check.
Girl?
We're going to call that a perception 11.
Oh,
Damn.
wow.
Oh, wait. I have +2 perception.
But you are also
Oh, is that a
minus
6? You're
it was a
right.
6, and you're also a -3 as you stated.
Yeah, darn. Okay. I don't remember the inventory that was in there, and if any of it would have been useful. Aside from
I
maybe
do,
the weapon.
but I can't say.
Oh man.
Okay.
Oh, nice. All right.
I'm
The only thing not here is the longbow and the sunstones.
Yeah. And I already have a symbol of Rivedon.
Oh, and actually, the symbol of Rivedon was also purchased. Yeah.
Okay.
Who bought
but
that?
I have one from that old lady.
Who bought that?
I don't know.
I don't think we get to know.
I don't remember anyone buying that. Oh God, it was that. Oh, that fucker.
All right. Well, wait. I don't think necessarily there's anything in here that's really gonna help me. So we can leave this for now. But I do have the symbol of Rivedon from that old lady, so I would like to put that on.
Perfect.
Why
You
do I
would
feel
note.
like he's
You would note that as you wear the symbol of Rivedon, while it doesn't actually make anything brighter. You do feel more aware of your surroundings.
Okay. I think at this point I need to just keep making my way to the dock because I think it's like paramount to the quest to make sure that our ship is safe and our crew is safe.
That's very fair. Very fair. Checking back in with the rest of our party as Mina continues towards the dock. Healith and Akama, you are staring at the creature. What would you do? As it lets out that second call.
I look past it to see how far it is to the edge of the balcony. Because it wasn't a very deep balcony, right?
It's basically it's hard to see out too far, but it's basically like 1 foot on the half balcony. But like even for its arm to reach across the room like it did, its arms are like far exceeding the length of its body.
I look at Akama and was like, "You still got your This is gonna be weird. Do you still have your bow and explosive arrow?"
Oh.
Yes, of course.
If I open the door, do you think you could shoot it in the face?
Do you think this should happen before or after we check on our comrades?
Well, to be honest, I'd like to solve that thing as a problem sooner rather than later.
Okay.
Unless you know if anybody else went to sleep in their bed. I haven't checked.
I don't know.
You can tell it's
came up,
building
everyone
up to
else
do
was
another
gone.
call.
Oh.
I'm going to get and string my bow.
I'm going to get myself prepped to open the door when Akama gives me the heads up, and I'm going to hold the sunstone close to it so that way he can see it clearly.
That's fair. Between the light of Thespis, the sunstone, and the plan, we will remove the 2 to 5 penalty for this attack. And so we are going to see as you undo the latch and you let loose the bow. We are first going to roll a variable success at, reflex for Healith, based on are you able to just like undo the latch, move the door in one fluid motion, and fast enough for Akama to be able to take sight and fire. And so we're going to call that a variable success for you.
Gotcha.
These.
Oh.
+2 for reflex.
You're able
So
to unlatch that window, grab it, haul it open, and then so it's all to Akama's attack roll.
Oh, I almost rolled a 1. Oh my god.
That would have been.
And we are going to roll a defense roll for the creature.
Of
on a
course.
D20.
20.
God damn.
That's
Oh
some
my
bullshit.
God.
That's some
That
bullshit.
just dropped. That just
He's at 20. Get that shit out of here.
He's over here like, I want to re-roll.
You fire, and the
I will take a
explosion
shot for that.
like hits and like breaks over the creature. It seemingly does nothing. Its two arms begin to like lurch across the room, talons at the two of you. We're gonna roll. You can do dodge, reflex,
So
or acrobatics to try to get out of the way, or grapple.
I would
Choice?
like to
What?
reflex.
If I use reflex to dodge, am I allowed to do reflex to close the door again?
I mean, you could. It would be a forced action, but yes.
Or could I just sacrifice my willingness to dodge and try and close the door?
Ooh. I will allow that to happen, of course, because you're always welcome to
Tantalizing
try.
him. Tantalizing.
Does
I
that-
mean,
So,
To close the window, is that reflex one of the choices that you gave? Or am I not
so I would call
this?
that grapple, because you're already holding the window. It's not like you let go.
Correct.
So this,
Okay.
I would count it for you. Like you see the arms like are starting to move. The shot didn't do anything. The grapple would be you trying to just like slam the door back shut and pin them again.
I will do that, unless I can somehow convince you that that can be athletics.
No, because it's coming at you. You're trying to push it. We're gonna call that grapple. And then Akama, what was it for you?
I'm reflexing my way out of the way of that thing.
Perfect. The number to beat for you, Akama, is 12. The number for you to beat is 13 for the grapple. 13 for the grapple, 12 for the reflex. We'll start with the grapple. And the light is you are no longer.
oh
no.
Oh God.
And let's roll that reflex because we definitely are going to need it.
Yeah.
+2.
Yeah. Oh,
Hey, he
I
got
rolled
it.
Okay.
He's good.
could have been 20, but it's okay.
20.
So you're able to like dip out of the way. You see Helith starts to move the door, and then he just stops moving. And that's
I'm
what
gonna
you
go
see. That's like from your vantage point, Akama. That's what you see. And the other arm, the one that missed you, now just kind of like eerily floats across the open space, like feeling for you in the air.
I'm gonna go and check on Helith.
As you like kind of skirt around a little bit, the claw, the other claw, like is in Helith. Like it's like in like needle-like precision avoided the leathers and nails of his armor, and it's like connected like into like the collar of the shirt. The like the tips of the claws are in him.
Hour of strength to try to pull the arm off my boy.
All right, we're gonna call that a grapple. We're gonna call that a 13 as well.
I got a +1 to grapple. Grapple.
Damn.
I don't think I got
as
no
you grab
wait,
on.
do I got?
Ah.
I don't think I own means of doing anything about it.
I know we're all just like looking like.
Three,
Nothing yet.
2,
I got nothing.
1. As you start to try to pull on it, the other arm starts to lurch around towards you. Would you attempt to just back away, or would you like a second effort at trying to grapple this out of Helith?
I want to dodge towards where the creature Like I want to dodge towards it to get better line of sight of it, basically.
Perfect. We're going to call this 12.
These.
Oh,
That's not justice at all.
Can
We're going to go over to Thala real quick.
yeah. Oh, I was just
So
gonna.
this is all you hear in your room. You hear the second roar, and then you just kind of hear like it in a very faint. You just hear. And that's it.
Where do I hear that from? Do I know
Somewhere
what direction
around
it's
you
coming
in the
from?
crushing dark.
All right, well, I'm going to say, I was about to say, over here, I was like, hey, so while this is happening, can I, like, start taking my things off?
Oh, yeah.
I don't have to, like,
that's fine.
is it, like, I can only use it at one time, or can I attempt to take it with me? Can I salvage anything?
Yeah,
I
you
don't
can
like
tell.
to waste.
That's fine.
Yeah, we don't like to waste.
It
so
is
we're-
re-added to your inventory.
Okay, we don't like to waste if we don't have to. Because it's all the way off?
Yeah, you're right. I mean, like, this is a task that you were working on. I'm not going to say that you just started it now. We haven't checked it.
All right, cool. Okay, good. I was like, 'cause that's what I was going to say. Okay, well, even though I know this door is going to creak the fuck open, I want to try. I want to try to open the door to attempt to see if I can hear anything going, because I heard the roar, but I don't know what else is going on. This fucking door.
As you step out into the hallway, you can definitely see, squinting through the darkness, that Helith's room is open. It's ever so slightly of more gray than pitch black.
Okay. I feel like I would try to slowly make my way that way. Slowly, because I don't know if there's anything, and I don't know if there's anything else like in the area in my way. I don't know.
As you
make my way
you
over there.
make it into the room, we are going to roll a resist magic for both Helith and Akama. 16 is the number to beat.
Oh,
Nice.
Damn, I would have beat it with the 14.
damn.
Helith, you're like with every ounce of your like willpower, you're like moving your arms up to a position where you can try to like begin to like maneuver away from the claw. But even with that that roll, you can just feel this like this slowness, this dreariness, this compulsion to just sleep, to just relax, to just let it happen. And you're doing everything you can to get up to it. But before you go to an action, so Thala, that's what you see. You walk in, Akama's just not moving at all, with his hands like on this weird creature's claws, and you do the image that was shown earlier. You now
I do see the creature.
Yes, and it is everything that you've ever feared from the stories of the Veer coral.
Oh God. I feel like okay. Well, I feel like afraid. Fear is one thing, but there's also like there's people, and I'm like, and they're not strangers. I know them. I don't know. I feel like for what I did the first time with when we were this elimination battle, we have to shoot this like water fucking Rasengan back at this monster over here, because that's what it was.
All right, we were going to do an attack roll.
I'm gonna try.
Let's see it.
I'm gonna hit him in the face with a bottle of water. Oh.
And let's see their roll. No, let's see their monsters roll.
20.
Fuck me!
Oh.
God damn! Why?
I call
I'm
foul.
doing it again. I can't do it, can I?
You can force an action. You're always welcome to try.
I want to use my free force action. Let's try it again. Why not?
Let's see it. Can I go for
Fuck
3
it.
20s in a row? Is that possible? 18.
It was better,
another
but still.
another respectable roll. Let's see its defense roll once more into the breach. Oh.
God.
It like this time it finally, after all of these attacks, like its footing slips. The talons are like ripped from the two of them. One of the claws snaps off in Akama's like neck, so the claw is just sitting there, and as it sits there, blood is just going like.
It was in his neck too.
Yes.
Just heal it.
They're
Damn.
both.
Okay.
And blood is just pouring out of that talon from Akama. And Akama still currently cannot move.
Can I take it out?
I guess never mind.
Yes.
Because it seems like it's coming out of the talon, not necessarily out of him. I feel like I would try to take it out.
As you go and you pull that talon out, standing there, you see these dinner plate sized spiders crawling off of Healith onto the floor, and they just start like going like little suction cups, just start drinking the blood from the floor.
I knew it. Oh god.
Can he move, or is he still immobile? Because I'm not.
They're both starting to like move more. Healith you're like, oh, back to normal. But on this note, we're gonna step down to Mina.
Of course.
As you creep across the docks, you can't help but feel watched the whole way. You don't see anything, but you keep feeling this like something was wanting to reach out and touch you, but then didn't at the last second. And then as you get to the top of the boat, there is a figure standing on the top deck. He turns and he looks at you. Oh. I did not expect someone to come down from accounts. You're either very brave, very bold, or very stupid.
She very doesn't have blood.
I mean, who is this? Can I ask this? Who are you? What are you doing on the boat?
This is the final feast. This place will not be here soon, and therefore I will have to migrate. Well, we will have to migrate. And he like gestures to the side and like waves something down. And if your like eyes kind of glance that direction, you see three of those creatures like at the docks, like at the corners of the boat, and like wanting to reach up at you, but they like pull their hands back as he gestures them away.
Well, maybe the strangers will come in handy.
I need more information. What is the manner? What has happened to this place?
Well, I suppose I don't mind the monologue. I've been around long enough. You see, at one point, I had an agreement with this family. The counts, as you will. They feed me and my siblings. And in return, I don't fucking slaughter them all. But those agreements are long since dead, and so, well, everyone else will be. I would have already eaten this ship if it wasn't for, I guess, one of your crew well, was quick enough with a symbol just like that one on your neck. And so they are all held up in the bottom of this boat. But that won't save them once it sinks. Once the icy waters choke out all life. One of them, of course, was already grabbed. I hope he wasn't important to you. Andrew, I believe, was the name called out as he was pulled into the icy brine.
Fucking baby.
I knew it.
Baby.
No.
Always after the
My-
Mervises.
Which one
My
is
Leave
baby.
our Mervises alone.
Navigator on the deckhand. The boys.
Alright, well now I'm mad. I'm going to freaking kill you for killing the Andrews.
Oh.
And
Oh, there are more than one. How delightful.
can I try to attack this person? However, I have a sound attack that the Ents is specific to the Ents and the Entkin, and it is like a sonic boom, and I would like to try it.
Heck yeah, let's see it.
Okay.
16 is a pretty good roll.
Alright.
We're going to roll first for the vampire here in front of you. The true vampire, then we'll roll for the corals in a second.
No corals. Oh.
Yes.
Not a good roll. Not a good roll for him. And we'll roll for the three
Good
corals that
shit.
are around you.
Fuck.
Yes, yeah. We'll do 3 rolls.
Oh.
Oh no.
Okay. Okay.
So to describe the scene, you let out this unhuman screech, this roar, this yell that seems to reverberate, almost echoing across. In fact, would you give us a rendition of it, perhaps?
Yeah.
Baroom!
Oh.
Baroom!
It's like a.
And
At the end.
as it echoes across the wood, it seemingly spares that of wood in natural like qualities, and it slams into the vampire, sending him careening off of the ship. The 2 of the 3 of the corals are sent also out of line of sight. The last one's able to like keep on its claws, rip across the top of the deck, and up at the manor. You do hear this like rip across, and it clearly is coming from the docks.
Great.
It's also at this moment, as your attention is drawn out, that you start to realize that you can see better where you are. Not further into the distance, but it's becoming easier to see where you are. It's at this moment the smell of smoke begins to permeate. So much so that the only likely outcome is that the manor is on fire.
It's a
Oh my
fire.
god.
Oh, great.
Can I ask a question?
Kama, Healith, you are both acting normal now.
How much of my health did this man take from me with this fucking piece of shit ass hand in my neck?
No health was drained. The effects of such an interaction are seldom noticed so soon.
All right, I would like to at least take his fucking piece of shit hand with me and put it in my bag.
Oh no, it's just like the part of the claw that Thala had.
Yeah.
I mean, but I got it.
Yeah, Thala.
Additional proof, please. Yeah, Thala, take that with us. Yeah.
I don't
That-
know
we
if I
need
have
that
pockets, but if I have a pocket, we'll stick it in there. I have something to carry stuff. Obviously, I have
Yeah.
planks.
Do
we
the
gotta-
three of you attempt to leave this burning manor?
Can
Yeah,
we
we
see
gotta
where
go
the
get-
fire's coming from? 'Cause we gotta.
Attempt. Can I get this? Can I use animal handling? Are the spiders interested in me still, or are they now just so focused on the blood?
Oh,
that
they're
I see?
just lapping up blood on the floor.
Damn.
Am I still bleeding?
Yes.
Oh. No.
I'm a little worried about that. I ain't gonna lie. I'd like to use animal handling to get them to follow me still.
Is there a way that I can help with that without bleeding?
No.
Actually,
Okay.
I'd like to be a little bit more specific.
Okay.
I'm going to take a portion of the bed, I'm going to tear off the sheet, dab it on my blood, dab it with my blood, tie it to the end of my pole arm, the non-bladed side, and drag it behind me out as we leave this burning building.
Might as well
Hoping
mop it through the blood on the
spiders
ground.
I'm gonna call this an animal handling. I'm gonna call it an animal handling 6. Basically, the only thing that throws this off is if the crushing dark is too much for the spiders to follow.
Gotcha.
Hey.
You are
That's
the
just
Pied
awesome.
Piper to bleeding to blood-sucking spiders. As Helith begins to move out of the manor, Akama, Thala, are you following or going with?
Oh, we're leaving.
Yeah.
We're not staying.
Gotta make sure. We gotta check on Mina.
As you reach
We don't know where she
the
is,
top, as you reach the top of the stairs, with the fire beginning to bloom more and more inside of the manor, the crushing darkness is subsiding a little bit. And as you're at the top of the stairs, Thala, you do hear, "Help! Help! My door won't open! Help!"
Look, before y'all say anything, it sounds like a little girl. I don't think it's a little girl. With all the weird things that's been happening, I don't know if I trust it. I talked to her earlier. She sounded like a little girl. When I left, she did not sound like a little girl.
Well, that's your decision to make. As I hold my neck and continue walking down the stairs.
6, 5.
I feel like we're gonna leave her, and the vampire is gonna be mad. But I don't. She scares me.
As you begin to take your next couple steps down, you do hear that from all of the door, like the doors with nameplates, more and more of those doors start rattling, and small cries for help can be heard from each one.
They're full of children.
Why were none of these kids at dinner?
Yeah.
She said, "Are you saying this out loud?"
Yeah, why were none of them at dinner?
The one I talked to said that they were supposed to stay in their rooms because it was curfew and there's to keep them safe. From what? I don't know. I tried to find out. They didn't want to tell me.
10.
Elith, my man, this is on you. I want to get out of here, though.
I'm telling you. I don't know. Because when I left...
I guess, open doors as we go?
You would have to head back upstairs. You are on the staircase down to the front doors. These are around the banister, basically the opposite hallways of the where you were sleeping. Help! Help! Help!
I think we should go. we have to protect the crew. Who knows what happened back at the ship? Plus, we already have all those people that's there too.
Helith, you hear Helith speak very low to himself. Victory comes at a cost. Choose that which you're willing to lose. Victory comes at a cost. Choose that which you're willing to lose. Let's go.
3.
I don't think I stopped. I'm sorry.
1.
I said what I had to say.
As you exit the manor, from the outside, the manor is ablaze. It's reaching the fever pitch of it, and you can tell something inside is like causing it to burn faster, brighter, as if a trap was laid.
See, I don't know. Nothing in this house seems right, and I just, something is telling me that if those were children, they weren't really children.
Come on, we gotta get out of here.
Oh yeah, we have to leave. We have to go.
As the party begins to head down towards the towards the coast, Mina, you're on the boat. You've knocked the vampires off. What would be the follow-up action?
Are there still coral creatures coming for me?
There's one. Two of them fell off.
Okay.
One of them is like half on, like pulling itself up to the top.
Well, let's get him off. So, yeah, I want to attack him. Not with. Let's go Sonic Boom again.
All right, let's see it.
Over here, like, they weren't real.
All right.
Heck yeah. And I believe that is a crit. Yes, it is. And we'll get there. It's defensive roll. Oh, not good enough. This time, the creature, as it's like pulling itself up, your crit rolls through, and like its skull like cracks, and it doesn't break and bleed. It bleed and whatnot. It breaks like it's hard stone-like material. It crumbles, cracks, and falls apart as its limbs kind of flail for a bit, and then like impale themselves in the wood of the ship. But then the arm ceases to move.
Okay.
And now I need to check on the people that are at the bottom of the boat, or like in the bottom of the boat.
You rush down and like into the storage area. Like you can tell they've like blockaded it off.
I bet.
But I mean, you can communicate.
Is one of the Andrews still down there?
So like right now you're at like a like you come to where the storage would enter, and there's like a latched door with like claw marks and things like that.
Got it. Can we open the latch door?
As you begin to pull on it, you hear like, "I'm going to teach you the same lesson again. I'm going to use this symbol of Rivenon."
Huh. Who is that?
You believe the voice is archangels.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Wait, is he down underneath the latch door? Or is he?
Yes,
up
he's down
on the
underneath
top?
the latch door. Like he's like the thing
Okay.
holding the door shut.
Oh, okay. So
He's doing hero work.
I mean, like, we gotta get in there. I mean, Archangel, it's me. The vampire's gone.
We're not going to tell him about the children.
Immediately, the red-headed Andrew pushes his way forward.
Oh,
Mina, you gotta get it. You gotta get him back. You gotta get him back.
Oh, Andrew. Oh my god.
Oh god.
Throw that little cup away.
We gotta heal.
And he starts to like push his way past you. Archangel reaches for him but misses.
I gotta grab onto him. I gotta hold, like, I gotta.
We're gonna call this a grapple. We're gonna call this a grapple 5.
Oh.
As you reach for him, he's small. It's still dark. He slips by you, and you hear his feet pitter and patter out of like earshot in the crushing darkness.
Can I want to very quickly tell Archangel what happened and then go after Andrew.
He like, as you begin to speak, he's like, "It's some kind of vampire. I'll keep them safe, though I think they're trying to sink the ship."
Where did they? Do you know what? How did they try to sink the ship?
They came from the waters. I barely saw them. I tried. I didn't mean to let them get Andrew.
Yeah, I don't even know what to say. But I think the most important thing now is trying to secure the ship and make sure that we're not compromised. We need to search and find out if there are any, like, vulnerabilities of where they tried to sink us, because we got to get out of here.
I'll muster the crew. All right, everyone. And he starts barking orders to, like, search the inside of the hull, find weak points. If you can patch them. If not, note them down. But we got to get out of these waters before we can do real repairs.
Yeah. In the meantime, I need to go after Andrew, my little baby Andrew.
We're gonna call. Let's say we're gonna do you spoke for a bit. We're gonna call this an athletics 18 to truly catch up to Andrew.
Andrewski.
Oh gosh.
You make it to like the top deck, like you're where you're following him. As you get to the top deck, you hear the rest of the party kind of running like towards like down the dock. Faintly, you can hear them kind of murmuring to each other. At the very minimum, you assume it's not vampires speaking so casually to each other. But all of you hear a splash into the cold, dark water.
Did he jump in the fucking water?
Or he got yoinked into
my
the water.
gosh.
Or is it another thing? Only bad answers.
That part, you wouldn't know.
Okay.
I'm over here like, can I withstand the cold? Because I'm like, well, you know what? I don't know. I don't know why I'm talking like I'm not fucking terrified. I'm about to jump into this water.
As the party reconvenes, you know that the safest option is just to cut anchor, take your risk out in the open waters, set sail now. But not one, but two of your Andrews are in the cold, dark depths right now. So it comes
we know it's
to
Andrew in the water?
It's Mina lets the party know as you all reconvene. And so a decision falls on our leadership, which means Thala.
Of course.
Do we set sail now? Or is someone or someone's heading into the cold, dark after the Andrews?
Any deliberation here, or are we just?
You are. Everyone is allowed to make their voice heard. Let's keep it one sentiment per player. So we'll start with Mina.
I cannot, in good conscience, leave the Andrews because I just can't. But I get the predicament we're in, but I think my vote would be to go in after them. I just can't leave them behind if there's a chance of saving them.
Gila?
Do we see where he jumped? Like, do we see where
you just know
went?
It's into the cold dark?
I want to save him, but we need to save everyone. If we can't find him quickly, we'll have to leave him behind.
Comma.
I mean, I don't know anything about these creatures, but I went the wrong way with the voice. I went back in time. I don't know anything about these creatures. They seem, I don't know, if the water's their home, then it's almost suicide to go in after them. But I can offer some assistance, but I can't go in the water. I won't be able to do anything from in there.
And so, Thala, it comes down to you. But one thing that is unavoidable is that you know, with everything that you've seen about these creatures having been true to the stories you've heard in your past, you feel relatively knowledgeable in being able to enter the depths of this water, albeit the horrifying nature and, yes, the truth that they are far more deadly in their own domain.
Does she know enough about them to know about, like, the symbols and whatnot?
None of that was specific to your own folklore. There were more brandishes about them like disliking holy icons in general, not specific ones. Though they naturally did not hunt in waters of a large barracuda-like fish.
Oh,
Session
you went out,
with-
Adam. Hold on.
Can we get that barracuda-like creature? That's what
a
Yeah.
large bear. They were often not found in similar waters as a large barracuda-like creature, as that creature often liked to hunt very shiny objects and in very high visibility waters, and something about that always shooed this creature away. But
He
so the
said
decision
religious symbols.
now comes to Thala. Unfinished business, or leave Midpoint.
You said the decision comes to me, but I'm the only one that can go in there. None of y'all can breathe underwater.
That's why this decision is especially yours.
Okay. Assuming there's only one Andrew left. Goodness. To help him try to save the boy, but not without something to try. She needs something. She needs something to go down in there. That's why I'm over here that's why I was asking if she knew anything about it.
Well, Thala.
Because
Thala.
she needs something.
Hold on. For any of this?
No, I was gonna say that's why I asked what she knew about it, because knowing what she knows that it may not work, but if she has something from, like I said, the story, like you said, a religious symbol, something like that, she would feel better about it.
And so the
Just
first
because
point of it,
everything
though,
about the
comes down to, are
and she
we...
would go.
So
We'll
we're
try,
saying
because
there's
we'll
unfinished
try.
business?
Unfortunately.
All right. There's unfinished business.
I don't like
And for
this.
for that business to become finished, you're going to have to join us for our next session of Cinematic Epic as the journey at Midpoint continues. Will the Andrews be able to make it? Oh. And so we're also going to postpone any sort of tokens or rewards or credits or things like that till we finish the story of Midpoint. So I have some notes down for what those will be, but for now the party will have to wait in anticipation for rewards to potentially come.
Over here, all I know is if we find them, I'm gonna be like, I'm the captain now.
Yes, you are.
Oh,
All right. It's been a terrific episode. I mean, thank you so much for watching us live. If you caught us after we aired, I mean, again, thank you as well. No matter how you join us, we appreciate all of you. It is it's always fun to do this, and we're happy to bring more and more of these episodes. So until we see you again here on Cinematic Epic, bye-bye. Bye now.
Yeah, I'm good.
No.